Because what's your face when you're on your phone?
Yeah, resting bitch face, nothing face.
Or
yeah.
like you're kind of agape, right?
Uh-huh.
So like you could see in this whole video, he's just walking around with his goggles on, like.
It's almost like Mitch McConnell.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like you got these goggles on, but you're also like looking in an odd direction away from reality like this.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's got to be fixed. They got to figure out a way around that.
Or it's just going to be the new normal.
I don't want that. So, okay, this is kind of like, do you remember like at the beginning of the pandemic when everybody started, like we all were wearing masks and it felt weird just to walk around with like masks on everyone. Mm-hmm. I feel like it would be
like
even
the opposite.
Yeah.
Except they're covering the top part of our face.
It's just a very weird thing. I don't want that to be, it's a bunch of Mitch McConnells walking around. So satisfying.
Here we are.
Here we are
again. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the most satisfying podcast, the Satisfying Podcast.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm okay.
You're better this week.
I'm a little bit better this week. Last week was rough, but you know what? Things are going to be okay. I'm alive.
I mean, not only are you alive, but you're living.
I am living.
Yes.
My best life.
Your best life.
Don't know why I just was Southern for a second.
Because that's the best life.
That is the best life.
It's
the
the
Southern
best.
life.
It's the best.
Yeah, things are good. Things are good. I'm feeling a little bit better this week than last.
I'm glad. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I do a lot.
You watch that show Feud?
No.
It's the best show.
Like, you say that about all the shows you want me to watch.
I like a lot of shows.
Okay, what is it on?
So it's on FX, but it's on Hulu.
Okay.
What's that guy's name who did all the shows? I realize that's not the greatest description in the world.
That's not going to help a girl like me.
Okay. He did American Horror Story. He did American Crime Story.
Yep. Wait, it's coming.
Ryan Murphy.
Mother bleeping Murphy.
Ryan Murphy. Yeah, he did Feud. And the first season was about Betty Davis and whoever that other old actress was that she was in a feud with.
Okay.
Right. And it's like, I don't care about maybe Joan
Crawford?
Nah, it doesn't sound right.
Super old.
Could be, though.
Joan Collins?
Now it's going to bother me. Hang on.
Now it's going to bother me.
Because it's on the tip of my tongue.
You usually...
I know, and I love that show.
You usually know things.
I do know
You usually
things.
know everything, to be honest.
It is. It's Betty
Davis. She's got Betty Davis eyes.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It's a great song.
And maybe it is Joan Crawford.
Yeah, there's Joan Crawford and Joan Collins and Joan Rivers, like the three big Joans.
It definitely wasn't Joan Rivers.
No, I know it's not Joan Rivers, but I think Crawford or Collins are going to be the correct answer.
Right. So, but I don't care about these old actresses.
Yeah.
But I watched this show. This is season 1.
Okay.
And I'm like
hooked.
I've watched.
Would I be hooked?
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
Because of the drama.
Okay.
I've watched it multiple times, the whole season through.
Okay,
It's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna watch.
And they just started the new season.
Okay.
And every season, it's like an anthology. The way like American Crime Story he did. Mm-hmm. The first season's the OJ show, which anybody that knows me knows. I live for that OJ show.
There was nothing better.
Do you understand how many times I've watched that whole season?
I mean, that's weird that you've watched it over and over again, but
maybe 5.
I would just watch the scenes where you get to see Marsha Clark's hair and how good it looked.
Well,
those curls.
A lot of people were not nice to her back in the day.
No, they weren't nice to her.
No. But
and I also think Sarah Paulson is like one of the most incredible actresses ever who played her.
You know what she is?
A goat?
Goated.
She's goated.
Goated for sure.
You should get a stamp. And just like when you feel like people like in your life or you meet someone that you feel is like worthy and just...
Goated.
Yeah.
Goated.
Pull up your sleeve. Okay. And then goat them.
Goat alarm.
Goat alarm. Goat alarm. And just stamp their arm like they're going into like a club or something.
I mean, I'd like them to know.
Yeah, they should know.
They're goated, and Sarah Paulson's on that list, confirmed.
Okay, totally.
But so they do, and like the second season of American Crime Story was like, I think it was the Versace show.
Ooh,
that was a good show too.
Really good.
And then the third season was about Clinton and Lewinsky, and that was okay, but it wasn't as good.
I mean, we all know that story.
Oh yeah, we do.
I mean, we all do that sometimes.
Come on.
You gotta do it. Come on.
Come on. But this new season of Feud, they finally did a new feud.
Who is it?
It's Capote versus the Swans. And I didn't know anything about this story. But I didn't know about the Joan Crawford, Betty Davis story either.
And now you know.
You know who Truman Capote is?
Sure. I mean, I know the name. Author? Actor?
You did. No, author was right.
Author.
You could have stopped. You were right. No, I mean, I think he's in this day and age, he's probably most famous for Philip Seymour Hoffman playing him really, really well.
Yes.
But, that was the movie Capote. But
Yes.
Truman Capote was like a really famous author.
Okay.
In New York and everything. But he was also, like, he loved socialites. He loved that sort of, like, before Paris Hilton.
Right.
That OG New York
Old
socialite
New York, yes.
life.
Totally.
And so he had this group of women that he hang out with. And, Truman talked like this. And he kind of talked like Roland, who used to work with us on O&A.
And sort of like Michael Jackson.
A little bit like but a little
Lionel.
bit. And he would just talk like this.
Okay. And the girls were into it.
Oh, my God. So he's so charismatic, and he had so many fun stories and everything.
Okay.
But he also wasn't sexually threatening.
Okay.
Right?
Got
so
it.
it's like, so he had this group of socialite friends that they were the Swans.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And they would tell me, like, one was like a politician's wife, one was this, one was that, but they were, high profile people. But they would tell him what was going on in their lives, all their problems and everything. He was their best friend and everything. And I've only seen like the first 2 episodes. They started writing about him. And they knew that he was writing about them. And they stopped talking to him. And they
It's like the burn book.
Right. But he published it as a book.
Yeah, I can't do that.
And that's how this feud developed. But I'm sitting there and I'm watching Truman Capote as this magnetic guy.
Yeah.
With all these people around him and all
Right.
these chicks are like, oh, Truman, let me tell you everything going on in my life. And I'm like, I can't stop thinking about, and I realized there's a problem because I wasn't thinking about it consciously while I was watching the show.
Yeah.
But like when I was done watching the show, I just started going like, oh, I guess it's time to go to bed.
Like, were you talking like that?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I think I want to be Truman Capote.
No, but Matt does that too all the time. Whatever he's watching, if it's something from down south, he starts talking to Southern accent the rest of the day. What is this? You becomes whatever he was watching.
Because it seems so fun.
It's not. Was it fun? How long did you last as Truman Capote?
I mean, I still kind of have these like flashes back to it. Like I'll be driving around going, oh, I guess I'm going to the grocery store today.
Oh, what are we going to pick up?
Yeah. Oh, I remember one time I was out with, because he always talks about like celebrities that he
Right.
hung out with and
Okay.
everything. People love him for his stories.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I think that there's something wrong because like the show is not about, hey, look at this awesome dude,
No.
Truman Capote.
No.
Like he's clearly a flawed man.
Yeah.
But I'm going like, yeah, I could. Maybe when I get older, I'd love to be weirdo Truman Capote.
Yeah.
Hanging out with socialites, just causing friction and drama.
I don't know. I think you'd get sick of that life very quickly.
I probably would. I'd want to dip in and dip out.
You want to dip in and dip out. You want to dip in literally like one night and then
Right.
be like, yeah, that's a wrap for me.
I did it.
I did it. I
I
came,
did
I
it.
saw, I did.
And then they'd all be
Dunzo.
mad, and I'd be like, wait, this is your real life?
Yeah.
I'm just
no.
messing around.
Yeah, I just wanted to try it out.
But I guess it is like the predecessor to like all that like Real Housewives stuff and everything.
All right, so I have to watch this.
I think so.
And each one is separate.
Each season is separate, like
Okay.
Fargo was.
Like Fargo,
Like each
which I
season
also
is
need to
separate.
watch.
Fargo's the best show too.
Oh, yes, Fargo and Feud, the 2 Fs I need to go home and do.
Oh yeah. Oh, you need to do more than those.
Might be one more I need to do. Not my broken ass husband.
No, I guess not. How is your husband?
He's all right. I mean, he's eyed. He's got to get surgery. So he's got to get surgery. He's making stupid mistakes. I came home the other day. I had to get some medication, some of my prescriptions.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
Go doctor to doctor.
No, I'm not like that. But I do. I take some medications, as many people do.
Right. That's good.
You don't want me to be too crazy. I mean,
No.
you think I'm crazy. Without the medication, I'm even crazier.
I can't
so
imagine.
I went to get them, and I walk in the house, and I put the bag down with the medications in them, and I go to do, I think I had to pee or something. And then, I don't know, go about the day, and then all of a sudden, I was like, go to put my medicines away, and I was like, where's the bag with all my medication in it? Matt goes, I threw it down the garbage chute.
That garbage chute will be the end of you.
So it is my fault a little bit because we put like over by the door, like a couple recycling things. And then when we have enough over there, we grab them all and we bring it out into the hallway to the
Garbage
in the
chute.
garbage. But like that wasn't garbage. So I put it over near there, but he grabbed it with the other things and he should have looked inside to see what's in there. So I said, you better go dumpster diving. He's like,
Again, he already did that.
I don't care. He was like my knee. I was like, I don't care. You just
He's got no knee. And also, it wasn't that long ago that your wonderful son, in the most hilarious, greatest move ever,
thought he was taking out the garbage and he threw all of our clothes.
threw your laundry down the garbage chute. Anything going down the garbage chute by mistake is as funny as it gets. That's literally
I know.
the height. I've been around.
It's not funny if you need that medication.
No, it's even funnier.
Okay.
It's even funnier. Like, you're like, oh, I need this medication. Otherwise, I'm going to go nuts. But it went down a garbage chute.
Yeah.
And he heard it clinking. Gung, 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 gung.
Yeah, no,
it's so funny.
He didn't even know, and so now it's been like an hour or two since it's gone. So like other people in the building have definitely thrown things down the garbage chute. That's on top of it now.
100%.
So I'm like freaking out. He's like, I want to throw up. I want to throw up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like, you got to call the insurance tomorrow. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I mean, it's not your fault, but it is. Like,
does he think it's funny?
No, he does not think it's funny.
Because I'd be like,
no, because he knows what I'm like if I don't have my crazy pills.
So this is in his own self-interest too.
Yeah, he just doesn't want. He doesn't. That's annoying. Like I literally just went to go to get all the medicine.
I know, but I feel like I would be apologizing, but also you'd see that smirk like right here because I'd know it was funny.
He did say, "Well," when I was just like, "Whatever, dude." He's like, "What? Whatever. There's more content for you." I was like,
"Okay, that actually pisses me off."
Okay,
I do not like.
He was saying for anything in my life, not here. Or...
No, not here. No, I don't like when people do things incorrectly and then go like if Hot Dog was like, well, at least this will be good content. I'd be like, I got the content.
Yeah.
You know what would be good
content?
Don't need to
give me content.
If you didn't throw my shit in the garbage chute.
Fair.
That's great content.
So I said, go down there. So they go.
He went?
Yeah.
With 2 bad knees.
He's walking. He's fine. It's not like he needs to like
and
actually
you complain
dive.
about this, man.
No, he was his fault. He threw my medication away.
By mistake.
Okay.
You put it in the wrong
So
spot.
he calls, and the guy that does like all the fixing up and does the garbage and stuff.
Your fixer.
Yeah, but then there's a super too.
Sure.
So they're both gone for the day. It's like 6:30. They're calling them. They're leaving messages. And the guy that needs to get into the garbage says he's not going to be back until 12 the next day. And by noon the next day, there's going to be way more garbage. We're never finding it. So I called the insurance. They're only going to give me 2 of the medications.
Yeah, because it sounds like your Riggins, in that pharmacy.
One of them they're not going to give me because it's a controlled substance.
Boom.
And but I need them all. So
yeah, they're in the garbage.
They're in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're prescribed to you for medical reasons.
Yes. So I called him and I said, this is not looking great. I need you to go back down there. He's like, I've been down several times. I'm going to throw up. I can't get into the door. There's a lock on this one.
Is he going to throw up because of the smell? Is he going to throw up because of the pain?
Smell. It's horrible. Have you ever gone dumpster diving?
No, I don't throw things in the garbage that I need.
So he goes, they said the guy's going to be here. He's going to do it. So I walk in and the guy goes, hey, got your medications. He goes, I couldn't sleep all night once I got the message. He's telling me. And I just got them. He was right on top because, he couldn't get into this place where he needed to get. It's right here. And I was like, oh my God, I tried to give him like $50. I was like, here, thank you so much. I love you. He was like, no, it was my pleasure. I was like, it was not your pleasure to go through the garbage and look for my idiot husband's mistake.
Do you have an angel that works in your building?
Oh, yeah, apparently. But he found it. And then even when I went to grab it, he goes, no. And he like cut into it, wouldn't let me touch it because it was in the garbage.
You got to do something for him if you know
what I mean.
Well,
that's what I said. I tried to give him, sexually?
I think so. I mean,
at this point, if I
who's treating you like that?
No one, my husband.
Right.
He didn't find
bunk.
I just was in awe of him, and that he said he couldn't sleep all night. And it was the first thing that he did.
Does that inspire you to be a better person?
Kind of.
It does.
Because when he didn't take the money and I kept pushing it, he could have been like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He really was like,
no.
I looked for that medicine like it was mine, he told me.
You should think about that dude, Angel.
His name's not Angel.
He is an angel.
It's Tomas, and I love Tomas. And I'm going to fulfill all of his hopes and dreams and desires when I get home now that you've given me this idea. And I think Matt will be okay with it.
Well, it's like, dude, do you want to go dumpster diving or can I go hang out with Tomas for a while? He's like, just hang out with Tomas.
Do you want to go down or you want me to go down?
You do it.
I'll do it, baby.
Yeah, you do.
I'm successful, you or not.
Right.
So.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like you should take that with you. Like that should be, when the going gets tough, you should think, what would Tomas do?
Right.
Because you're over here last week complaining about people making money when in reality, you got people who work as like garbage people in apartment buildings that are going, not only will I go out of my way in the middle of my slumber to make sure that you get your medication for your New York City woman problems.
My New York City woman problems?
But
this is just Nicole problems.
That's true. No, you're right. But I won't accept a bonus for it. This is who you should model your life after.
He's also one of the only people I told you about that, like, no one said thank you. Like when we gave all the Christmas
tips?
Cards and tips. Like it was very weird. Like we were almost like Matt at one point was like, hey, did you get that? And one of the guys was like, yeah. How about like, yes, thank you so much.
It
like,
is wild that it's just a given.
Yeah,
It's like, because it's almost like, do you understand how bad I'll ruin your life if you don't tip me?
fair.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're going like, okay, here's the tip. And they're like, good. That's now, yeah. When they're not, because that is the
It is expected.
the agreement.
It
but
is.
It is also like, we know it could get bad.
Like they put out a piece of paper around the beginning of November, middle of November, down in the lobby, and this happens at most New York City buildings and most buildings around like in big cities, and it just has everyone's name. And when they're
But it almost feels like a mafia thing if they're not saying thank you.
yes,
It's almost like,
right,
you comfortable?
yeah,
You like it here?
right, yeah,
How'd you like to stay comfortable? Maybe you tip me and my guys.
we did.
But even the mafia says,
Thank you.
thank you, I appreciate that.
Right?
I appreciate that.
Maybe they would kiss my hand, give me a hug,
Right.
kiss me on the forehead,
Yeah.
like I was a good little girl.
Yeah, hold your two cheeks.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
Smart decision.
So Tomas did. So clearly he's just proving he is an actual angel. He's the only one who said thank
Tomas
you.
is a good dude.
I'm really into him.
You are, right?
I mean, I'm not into him like that, but
I mean, he's such a good dude.
yeah. I guess when someone's that kind to me, yeah, he doesn't normally turn me on. Normally, I like to be treated like crap.
Right.
But
Well,
Tomas-
that's why your husband didn't get it. He knows. He knows.
If he had found it, he wouldn't be getting it.
That's right. You'd be like, "Where's Tomas?" He said no.
Anyways, I suppose it's Parker's turn to throw something down the chute of mine. That's important.
You love blaming people, dude. You love blaming people.
I did not ask my son to take out the garbage that wasn't garbage. It was filled with clothes of mine.
You said you put your scripts in the wrong spot.
I did.
So, but you're still going.
But I never, when I'm bringing things into the recycling, I always like, I check inside. What is this? Okay, this goes in here. Oh, this goes in here. He just like threw everything.
Yeah. I wonder if less would go wrong if you'd start blaming yourself for stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe. Not your 8-year-old
Wouldn't
daughter.
ha- It's not the good. That's not going to happen.
Okay. Yeah. What are we just wishing for things now?
Not happening.
Oh, apparently we're in fairyland.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
caused a good amount of stress, but I am okay now.
You're okay now.
I'm medicated.
You're medicated. Shout out, by the way, to Tomas.
Yeah, ma'am.
He's probably made my life easier, made your husband's life easier, made all of our lives easier.
Yeah.
And most importantly, made your life easier.
He did.
Tomas is responsible for your quality of life.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he is.
And he's always like talking to us and telling us his like life story in the elevator.
I mean, that's kind of a lot.
I half the time don't even really know what he's saying, but I just kind of nod and smile because he's so kind.
He's a good dude.
So you talk to me, Tomas.
He's a real one.
He's a real one.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing when you meet people like that are just kind for the
good.
sake of being kind?
Yeah. It doesn't exist anymore. I know I'm not.
I've worked with people like that, and I'm like I'm looking for the other shoe to drop. What's your game here? What's your plan?
But
you
I mean,
realize they're
but
just good people.
That's also not a good way to go through life.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Like always wondering, are they up to something? Are they angling for something?
And that's why you need to meet people like Tomas.
Okay, so me telling you the story of Tomas, does that even make you feel warm and fuzzy inside and make you want to go and maybe not question somebody's motives?
No, I'm already a great person. So that's luckily I had that awakening.
Okay.
You know,
It's already happened.
Lucky for me.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
But it could be a great lesson for other people who need to be awakened.
Right.
When I say it like that, I've had that awakening. I feel like starting a cult.
I mean, I'd join it.
I do.
I'm already in it.
I do. Okay, how about this for a cult? Okay, how do we feel about the fact that these Apple goggles are hitting the streets?
I mean, I don't know we discussed it, like we touched on it once about
Minimally.
how it's just weird if people just start walking around with goggles on their face, right?
Correct.
But like there was one guy I saw recently in a car with the goggles.
In his Cybertruck. It was the most hateable person on the internet.
And I said, you're not supposed to like text while you're driving or like eat a burrito, even though sometimes people try to do that with Taco Bell. I don't understand how it happens. But like it looks like he's playing the piano. I'm sure he's just on a keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Because if your hands are on the imaginary keyboard or whatever you're seeing in your goggles, they're not on the wheel. And even though the car can kind of self-drive, if you drove by that guy and you saw what was happening, would you be like
Terrified.
Terrified.
I'm glad somebody took a video of it.
Who did? Was it someone in the passenger
Somebody in
seat?
the other car.
Oh, it was. It
as
wasn't
they were
in the
driving
passenger.
by. Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of that cult. I don't want it. It's too expensive. It's too weird. It's creepy.
It feels like it could be, though, the beginning of what's next.
Okay, but who's the cult leader? If Apple?
Tim Cook. Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
No.
You're not down for that.
No,
because he doesn't have the charisma.
And it's not him.
The Riz.
He doesn't have the Riz.
And where's the Riz, Cook? You got all the money. Where's the Riz?
And it's not him, right? It's just the poor little kids that are in sweatshops in China making all of our...
I mean, they're manufacturing it, but they didn't think about it. They're not doing the technology.
Yeah, but we can't do it without them.
I mean, we could. It'd just be more expensive.
And they won't.
Well, it'd be more expensive.
Right, and that means they won't do it.
What's more? Very expensive.
I don't know. I
try to be cost efficient here.
Yeah, well.
So they came out. Here they are.
You just look dumb. You look like I'm sorry to be rude. Like, you look like a loser. I would walk up in your face and say, you're a loser.
Can you kind of see that you can sort of see his eyes?
Which makes it even more loserish.
Mm-hmm. You think it's super loserish.
Look at him.
What about the wire that's connected down from his head?
I didn't even see that.
Because it's got to have a battery. So the way this works is...
I don't like it.
I mean, it's a full-on computer. It tethers to all your devices so that whatever's on your phone...
Cool.
It's cool.
In that way.
Right.
It's cool that it can do these things. It's not cool to wear.
And it's got this wire on it because it's got a battery. The battery only lasts like 2 hours.
It looks like the Avatar people. Don't they have like a thing in the back
the
of their
Navi?
head? Yeah, the Navi.
But they are starting, I think they cost like $3,500 or something like that. Starting at $3,500.
Chump change.
But I mean, it's kind of wild when you see what they're capable of. This is
I don't like that. That's when you're going to look really loserish.
No, that's not the thing. There it is. Oh, it's not even connected.
Oh.
We're fine.
What are we doing? What's happening?
I'm just showing you what it looks like.
What he's seeing.
Right. So you can see.
I mean, they look like straight up ski goggles.
They do look like goggles.
Like they don't.
But, okay, so like.
Maddie K.
You don't. You like Maddie K?
Good old Maddie K.
You don't think that's a cool look?
No, and you don't either. Why are you trying to look at me like I'm being mean? No. Nerdorama. No way.
What if Tomas wearing it?
No. Well, I mean, if it helps him find my medicine.
That's true.
No. Is he on a skateboard wearing
This
them?
is my favorite video. Casey Neistat did it. See, look at him. Around New York City wearing it. He actually did a really good job of showing, like, what these Apple Goggle Vision Pros are capable of.
I, at a red light, would walk up and just flick the side of his face.
How pissed are you that you walked across the street, no goggles, run over? This guy is literally skateboarding in the middle of Midtown with goggles on his face. No problems.
He's got his coming. He's got it coming to him. No one survives the streets like that.
See, look at it.
That's very
cruising down.
Yeah, and now that you show me the thing in the back, that's the nerdiest part.
That there's a battery.
I don't like that.
Okay. So how do we feel about this?
What is that?
This to me, so you can FaceTime from your goggles, okay? But in order to, so when you're seeing it, you'll be seeing their window in your goggles, like they're in front of you.
And they can see that?
What they're seeing is...
Ghost me?
Well, there are cameras inside and outside the goggles. The reason you can see your eyes through the goggles, like this, see? The reason you can see your eyes is because they're actually videoing your eyes and then showing it. It's a screen. It's not actually transparent, right? It's a screen.
This looks like a Snapchat filter, by the way. That's what they make you look like.
100%.
Okay.
So like you know when you get a phone for the first time and you put it and you kind of circle it so that it can scan your whole face? So the goggles scan your whole face like that with all the cameras.
Okay.
And then they follow your eyes with the cameras inside the goggles. And they use all that data to create a version of you.
I don't like this.
So that when you FaceTime from the goggles, you're not wearing the goggles. It looks like you. And so you get this strange animated version.
Can I see more of him moving? No.
Yeah, he's got, you know what? He's got pookie eyes.
Blink twice if you need help. No, I don't like it. It's so weird. That's not me. If you want to FaceTime me, FaceTime me. You don't need to FaceTime whatever they created of me. I don't like that.
Right.
That looks like a scary movie.
It looks like a scary. It does. It looks like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Straight up.
What if they mixed in the movie Smile with this, and that the person that they created, everyone was like,
I mean, are we that far off from like them going like, hey, we got a sponsorship with this movie studio. We're going to make everybody look like Smile for a month.
That for some reason, and I've only seen trailers, we've discussed this. To me, it is the most terrifying. Like after seeing the trailer, I would walk by like a door and think that somebody was going to be standing there with that scary smile.
It's very unsettling.
Very unsettling.
Very unsettling.
I don't want this though. Yeah. Are you going to get it? I feel like you would get it.
I mean,
just to play with, not to like use in real life.
Yeah. So the problem is like, and it's fun watching him walk around the city.
Is it? What a nerd.
This is what he's actually seeing. Like you can video what you're seeing. So that's literally what he's seeing in the goggles. So it's almost like his phone menu comes up just in front of him. And the way it works is that since they're tracking your eyes,
right,
you look at what you want, right? So if I want to, like, let's say I'm just going like this.
Yeah.
If you are what I want to click on, I go like, and I can click on.
So you like, let's say like I'm looking at the photo icon. I look at that and like go like that, and then it would click on that.
Or you look at it, or you can touch it because it's following your hands too.
Touch.
Yeah, touch it.
Can I look down between someone's legs and go? And just
you'll see it. Okay. You'll see it.
Wouldn't that be really
It'll
cool?
be right there. Yeah,
It's an X-ray?
Yeah, it absolutely has X-ray vision. But it's
just wild.
It's wild.
Mean, yes, I want to mess around with it, but I don't want to have it and actually use it.
Yeah, same.
Right?
Like I'd like to
see what it's all about.
I'd wear my friends.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I
put my friends on. But you see, like he goes into the subway, and he's literally watching a YouTube video in front of him while the subway's coming. That's wild.
That I like.
That's wild.
Because I'm always bored, like waiting for the subway. Like I read sometimes, but I end up watching like.
But
YouTube
then also
videos.
you have no peripheral vision except what's in your goggles.
That scares me because I feel like, especially in New York City, you want your peripheral vision to be like spot on.
And did you see what happened when he walked towards the screen? So the screen stays stationary.
So
as you move, the screen stays there.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Does it disappear?
No. He walks towards the screen. And so he actually like goes in it. It like goes full screen, so it's all he sees as he goes closer. It's weird, right?
I know. And look, everybody's laughing at him. You see that girl just laughed at him.
Well, also like if you watch this, and that's why this one's the more honest one. It's not such like a techie review. He's just letting them film him while he's trying it on the street.
Yeah.
Because what's your face when you're on your phone?
Yeah, resting bitch face, nothing face.
Or like you're kind of agape, right?
Uh-huh.
So like you can see in this whole video, he's just walking around with his goggles on, like.
It's almost like Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, and so like you got these goggles on, but you're also like looking in an odd direction away from reality, like this.
Oh my god, yeah, that's got to be fixed. They got to figure out a way around that.
Or it's just gonna be the new normal.
I don't want that. So okay, this is kind of like, do you remember like at the beginning of the pandemic when everybody started, like we all were wearing masks, and it felt weird just to walk around with like masks on everyone. Mm-hmm. I feel like it would be
like
even
the opposite.
Yeah.
Except they're covering the top part of our face.
It's just a very weird thing. I don't want that to be, it's a bunch of Mitch McConnells walking around.
Look at him. You'll see he does this thing in the video where he's texting in the middle of the staircase.
Oh, so that guy was not playing the piano. He was definitely on his keyboard in the car.
Look, see how he's like his mouth.
Wait, that's where we work. That's down the street.
Yes. But you see how his mouth is kind of agape.
Yeah.
And see, he's just sitting there.
So people are just going to think he's crazy. Nope, don't like it.
Can't, right?
Nope, not doing it.
Look at him. And he's having fun. He's having a good time.
He is.
So he
but
walks
everyone's
right.
like, but that's weird too. We're all going to walk around like not understanding like space and time.
No, and he's not on the crosswalk.
And he doesn't look cool.
It's not a cool look. These kids are happy to see him, but they know him from YouTube.
Right.
So they're happy to see him regardless. And they recognize him, so that's something. But so what I caught when I was watching it and what I thought was most kind of interesting, aside from how like really dumb it is and how it's like when you see somebody, the danger is not that somebody's going to steal it from you.
Right.
The danger is somebody's going to knock you out for looking stupid.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody's going to be like, oh, I think I might just slap that guy. Right?
Yep.
I think too, there's this thing where like when you're scrolling on your phone, you get that weird feeling of like whatever's happening on that screen, you're in. This is my life.
Yes.
And sometimes, many times, almost every time, it can be very, very helpful to put the phone down.
Yes.
Go for a walk.
Yes.
Go for a drive.
Yeah.
Just exist.
Look around.
Right.
Yes.
Use your peripherals. Talk to a person that's actually in the room with you.
Right.
So their like whole goal here
is to not do that.
To blend them.
They don't want it blended.
Exactly. Because now you're going like, oh, I'm reading YouTube comments. Because if you can see a YouTube video, you're going to read the comments. I'm reading YouTube comments, but at the same time, I'm living my life outside.
But
there is no more cutoff.
Dangerous. It's dangerous because if you think about how many people are like mental health is being affected,
yes.
or people like you see like all these suicides because of what they read about themselves, like on Instagram or TikTok or something. Like these young kids, if it's melted and they can constantly look at the likes, constantly look at the comments,
right.
we're screwed.
Right, and there is no escape from it unless you take off the Vision Pro. But
right.
What's cooler? Walking around with all your shit in front of your face that's on your phone, or without it?
And then what happens like when it's time to take a shower or go to sleep or something? Or do you feel weird not having it because you're so used to having it on all the time?
Can you imagine?
When that becomes the abnormal way?
Or it becomes one of those like social anxiety like security blankets?
Yeah, need it. Need it.
Can I go with my? You're like the Vision Pro's not even plugged in, dude. It's not even on. I know. I just feel better with it.
Yeah, I don't want this to happen, and I don't want it.
I mean, they've shown like in the ads. I think we talked about it, but like in the ads, it's like a parent at their kid's birthday.
Yes.
With the goggles on.
Not cool.
You're like, no.
That's how you want to be remembered?
I don't. But they go, but good news though, it can record. You know, because the goggles can record. You can hit record.
So, is it recording you with the goggles on?
No, it's recording outwards. So basically, everything that you're seeing, it's recording.
Okay.
So if I want to record like this memory of you and I talking, instead of it being this like square where like it's a video of that, I'm literally going to record everything that I saw and the sound that I heard because I have earbuds in. So when I play it back, I'm literally replaying the memory.
Okay, you're right. But what if I'm wearing them and you're wearing them too and you record me?
Then this is what you'd get. Me going like this.
Okay. So I would
And that would be your memory of your birthday.
I don't want that. It's just a crappy memory.
Don't worry, I'm taking a video.
Yeah. Nope. No, Mitch, sit down. Mitch, take off the goggles. Not doing it.
And you're also like, you're not supposed to be able to record your memories exactly.
No. There's a reason that we, like, our brain works to do that. And
it's, again, you ever see that episode? You watch Black Mirror?
No, but I know.
That's another, oh my God, Nicole, this show. You might not like it because a lot of the episodes are real bummers.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want that.
A lot of episodes, you're like, oh, but it's going to have a happy ending, right?
No.
Oh, sad ending.
Sad ending.
Oh, very bad
I can't do that. I do enough of that myself. So, like, when I want to sit down, I want to watch something happy.
Most of the episodes are like, look how cool we're going to, like, technology is moving in such a cool place.
Yeah.
We're all fucked.
Right.
You know, that's kind of the vibe of the show.
It's not a vibe I feel like I'm after.
I love it.
I know you do.
I love it.
We do love so many similar things, but we really are very, very different.
But I mean, there's literally an episode
like
where,
this?
Well, it's where it's ocular implants. You know, it's in the eyeballs, but it records every memory.
Yeah.
And you can scan through almost like your iPhoto library and just scan through all the memories.
Yeah.
And it just shows how it like destroys people's lives. It makes people crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you think like your spouse is cheating on you and you're like, well, no, check your memories, and just like, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. We're not meant to.
I mean, like, we all already have like an addiction to our, like, right, to our iPads, our iPhones, like, to our stuff.
They're the best.
They're the best. And they're great for so many things.
Yeah.
But like, you do become like sort of like numb to everything. Like, sometimes I'm sitting on the couch and I'm holding my phone and I'm like talking to somebody or watching something and I'm going like this, but I'm not even I'm just going like this to scroll my timeline. And that's scary.
Yeah.
That my body is just like in automatic mode.
Yes.
That's it. Like,
have you had moments where you're in your house?
Yeah.
You're looking at your phone and you realize a chunk of time has come by and you cannot account for that chunk of time.
Yes, probably daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no good.
It's no good.
Because in the moment, you're like, I'm enjoying this.
Right.
I feel
I'm doing what feels good.
I'm doing what feels good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm giggling in memes.
Yes. I'm sending some. People are sending them to me.
But then you look and you're like,
what happened?
Nothing was accomplished.
No.
And also, I wasn't present with my family at all. No. What happened?
That happens to you often, huh?
Not often.
Not as often as me?
I would
bet it
think.
Happens.
Well, yeah, but also you sometimes black out.
Yeah, but that's because
that's different, though.
Right.
That's different
because I'm ingesting things.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Not just digital content.
Correct.
Yeah. No, but it has happened, and it will give me pause.
Okay.
When it happens, and go like, well, I do not want to do that again. That sucks.
Well, one time, although
I like life.
Yeah.
I don't like knowing that, like, I mean, you know, time is time and we lose it anyway.
Right. Well, we lost it when Who Kid was here because he left us waiting for like 2.5 hours. But that was just...
That's true.
Because Who Kid... So we were all I'm hanging out with your family, with your kids,
Just
your
eating
wife.
chicken skewers.
Just eating we were just having a grand old time. And at one point I looked over at you and you're on your phone and I said something to you and you just ignored me. And I was like, okay.
Well, because it's almost like
He's in it.
And I can't move on to the next thing because we're just waiting for who could.
I know. But I mean, I was there. And so you weren't present with me or your family.
See, for that specific instance.
You didn't play Goldfish with us.
Okay. I don't think, first of all, it's Go Fish, not Goldfish.
It's, it's a play off of Goldfish.
No, it isn't.
Go Fish, Goldfish.
No, it isn't.
Okay, I think it is.
No, it's not. And second of all,
tomato.
well, nope, that's not what that means. And second of all, I think that has less to do with you thinking I'm addicted to technology and more to do with you
needing attention.
Yeah, you like it when I pay attention to you.
Well,
and
I
no one else.
Certainly don't like it when you don't.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I kind of love that about you.
I know you do.
You saying Goldfish instead of Go Fish.
I don't know why.
I mean, have you ever seen? And I was talking about this last week, so I guess I am segueing to something, but almost unintentionally.
Okay.
The celebrities mispronouncing things that I was talking about.
Yeah, I need to see it,
dude. There's a documentary that I want to say Benedict Cumberbatch did the voiceover.
Greatest name of all time, by the way.
Right. And you want to go like, I don't know who the hell that is, but of course you know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't say penguins.
Oh, we have some people on the Morning Mashup that say weird things. Ryan says onion. There's no G in onion.
What's onion?
An onion. He says
what?
Onion. He can't not.
What?
He can't say onion. He can't physically say it.
He says onion instead of onion?
Onion.
No.
Yes.
How does that even come about?
I don't know. I'll call him right now if you want. I mean, it's not a joke. He can't say onion.
Is he like stroking out a little bit?
No stroking out. No.
Onion?
Onion. There's another thing that he says really
like, I didn't even know what word he was trying to say when you
described it. If I make fun of him, he's like, okay, sorry, onion. And I'm like, no, you just said it worse. And Stan can't say monster.
Anything.
He can't say anything. He can't say monster. He says monster.
Like Munster cheese?
Like little, yeah, but about a monster. Like, oh, so you know that, like
he's that movie Fred Savage, Little Munsters.
Little Munsters. Or we were talking to Cole Sprouse, who's got the Lisa Frankenstein movie coming out, whatever.
Sure.
So he was like, so you grew up on monster movies, and I was like,
cheese?
He means monster, but he goes, oh, I'm sorry, monster.
That blue stuffed animal over there
is a monster. It is not a monster.
That's my pet Munster.
Yes.
Wow.
So there's celebrities doing this as well. Apparently.
And they don't try to work on it. They don't.
No, I make fun of them for years, and
they're just like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it this way.
How I say it.
Yeah, I fell into this loop because
Massachusetts, not Massachusetts. Massachusetts is another one, Ryan.
My dad says Massachusetts.
That's very annoying,
and he insists on it.
But to be cute, or because he
says that. So my dad has a thing about proper pronunciations.
Yeah,
because he's well traveled.
Okay,
my parents lived in
Kentucky.
Both of them were born in Kentucky. Both of them raised in Detroit. They met in Detroit, moved to Los Angeles.
That's random.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I think a lot of people in that time were doing that when like industry really picked up in Detroit. A lot of people from down south came to Detroit to work in the factories.
Okay. I love a history lesson.
No, you don't, because you were being condescending about it.
You are correct.
Okay,
I do not.
Fine. I just thought I'd give you some information.
Okay, so we went to Detroit, then we moved to LA together.
Right, so they moved to LA, and then from there, they moved to Australia.
Ooh.
They lived in Melbourne.
Well,
I'm not going to say it with the accent.
That's
feels
how you're supposed to say
cultural appropriation.
Okay.
Melbourne, Sydney, and Adelaide.
Okay.
They lived in those three cities. Then they moved to Brussels.
Wow, what is this all about?
Then they moved to Argentina.
Okay.
Then back to New York.
Wow.
Had
this is for work or
kids
for fun?
For work. And then we all moved to London. And then moved back to New York.
When did you come back here? How old were you?
I was 8. I lived in London from 4 to 8.
Were you sad?
When I left London?
Yeah.
No, I was ready to come back.
Yeah, but did you
USA?
No, I know.
USA!
Had you made friends?
You kidding me?
You were leaving your friends?
We lost Toby Keith. You think I'm going to sit here and not celebrate USA? I'll put a boot in their ass.
Okay, is that Toby Keith song? I almost said Kobe Teeth. Speaking of mispronouncing,
I wasn't happy to leave my friends, but I was excited to come back to the States.
Okay,
this is where I was born.
You're not a British boy.
No, I'm not a British boy.
Oh, did you ever get a little bit of an accent?
No, my brother did though.
He's
younger, yeah.
But he lost it.
He lost it, but he was also the type to
take it on.
Well, we go on vacation to Kentucky, and he'd have an accent within 2 days.
Oh,
He just,
okay.
whatever the
Yes.
sound was around him, he'd just talk like that. Kind of like how I am with Truman Capote.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, so my dad has a thing where he likes to, like,
Yes.
he
Massachusetts.
he doesn't pronounce it Adidas.
Adidas?
Adidas.
That's annoying also.
Adidas.
What else? Give me more.
I mean, they'll come to me.
Okay,
There's a ton of them.
He definitely doesn't say onion.
Ikea.
Don't even know what that is.
It's like a home furnishing store.
Nope.
Ikea.
Okay. How would I say it if I
You
saw
might say it IKEA, like a human. Did you get that from Ikea?
But so these are how they're actually properly pronounced. So everybody but him.
He says.
No. Okay. Well, is he one of those? He's like,
Adidas, he's right.
Yeah,
Because it's
Adidas,
from
I know.
Adi and
Yes,
Das.
I know that. But is he one of those like
Ikea,
if
I can't
if
confirm.
I say it then it's right? So just listen because I'm dad. Hear me roar type of thing.
1,000%.
Okay.
I've actually known him my entire life. He's never been wrong once.
Oh, ever.
Which
Okay.
is incredible.
Even when he is not.
It probably gives you some insight into who I am.
Yeah.
Because
Quite similar.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been wrong.
Ever.
Which is wild.
0 times.
0. Yeah, and there was another one that I just had. It was, my brother, for a while, he went vegan.
No.
Yes.
All right, get him on the phone. I met him, I think, once or twice, and I had to sit the man down. I'm teaching him about being wrong.
Well, you'll be sitting on chairs from IKEA.
Okay. Will I?
IKEA.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh no.
So yeah, I mean, maybe that's why I love mispronunciation so much.
My dad doesn't think that this is proper, but he calls it Uber and not Uber.
Uber.
You gotta go order a Uber.
That's one of those things that he read it that way the first time.
And now it'll never be
right. And no matter how many times people say that's not it, he's
No.
like, I've made my decision.
This is what it is.
So this came up. We were
Okay.
talking about the best one last week, which was Uncle John's.
Uncle John's.
Uncle John's.
That's pretty good, but you know I do love Adele Dazeem.
Bro, because that's not even a mispronunciation. Like I would watch it if
He was reading it and he said Adele Dazeem, but you're right, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't.
if you said there's a 2-hour, if you said there's a docuseries on Netflix right now that unpacks why the hell John Travolta said Adele Dazeem instead
watch
of
it?
Adina Menzel,
Yeah.
100%, I'd watch it multiple
Like,
times.
how did his brain read that?
Like, I think not too long after that, I think I interviewed maybe Kristen Wiig. No, not Kristen Wiig. Kristen Bell.
Right.
Kristen Bell.
And she just
And I was like, what happened there? And she was like, yeah, I don't know. It was wild being there.
Yeah.
The incredibly talented Adele Dazeem.
Oh.
And he was like so
wickedly talented. Right? I think we got a wickedly talented.
It might be in this montage.
Okay.
I was giggling
Oh, I can't wait.
nonstop.
I can't wait.
Watching celebrities
There's Jake.
pronunciate their worms.
You still have her red scarf.
What, you don't like Jake Gyllenhaal?
Ugh.
You don't like Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, he
Why?
did my girl wrong.
Which girl?
Taylor.
He did?
All Too Well's about him.
What's that song? Sorry.
We'll talk after.
Okay. All right. Oh wait, hang on. I'm not getting any
Oh
sound
yeah,
right
I mean
now
that's a
for some
problem.
reason.
That's not gonna be funny if we can't hear them.
I know. I'd like to get some sound. I might need to open up these preferences. Do you have anything besides Adele Dazeem that you go back and
Well,
go?
Stan on my show. He mispronounces everything. Joaquin Phoenix. He's Joaquin. Kristen Wiig. Speaking of Kristen Wiig, is Kristen Wee. He never says the G.
Kristen Wee?
He insists that it's silent.
Why? Why does he insist that?
Reba McEntire. She's one of the new because he's Stan. She's one of the new American Idol judges.
Yeah, no, I know
name's-
who Reba McEntire
It's
is.
Rebe. It's not Reba. It's
She
Rebe.
literally had a hugely successful television show. You know what that show was called?
What?
Reba.
Or Rebe.
Not Reba.
There's so many. Leonardo is not Leonardo DiCaprio in that.
Leonardo?
Scorsese. Oh, I have hundreds of thousands of them. He's not, and he says right to their face the wrong thing sometimes.
Leonardo.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't Michael Jackson call somebody Leonard or something like that?
Probably.
What was it was he called Lionel Richie something funny.
Well, Lionel.
Yeah,
Lionel. And like
Lionel.
Lionel Richie's just straight up making fun of him in that documentary.
Lionel.
He would be sitting there and be like, Lionel, hold my chimp bubbles. And he was like, I don't want to hold your monkey.
Yeah.
Lionel. He does the impersonation of him like 14 times in it. It's awesome.
It's great. It's great. Okay, so
Okay, sound?
this should work now.
Soulful, spiritual, She has a touch of melancholy once in a while.
It's melancholy.
Oh, it's
Dan.
melancholy. I'm sorry, you guys get that word wrong.
You're so good.
That is not the first time today.
You know, it's like when you go.
Melancholy. And the way
Jake, do you see how angry he was with
You
him?
know what
It's melancholy.
everybody's like laughing, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Morning Mashup.
Yeah.
When you guys are like, ha ha, that's not how
what
it's
it is.
pronounced.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this.
Or this girl Colleen who was on the phone, so he wrote it down and he insisted her name was Colleen. Do you know any Colleen that was ever pronounced Colleen?
No, I think that's what I take when I need to clear myself out.
There you go. All right, what else we got?
What is a muse?
We know this.
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like things
Do
like
you know what I mean?
How is that even a human?
Uncut Jams. Uncut Jams.
And that's a
Anka.
muse.
Yeah. And
Josh Safdie was just hanging out with her all the time.
and I just wonder if Josh Safdie would like co-sign that. Like, would he be like, yeah, she was in Uncut Jams?
yeah, like, no, we were just hooking up. She
All
wasn't
right,
my
give me more.
Okay.
Give me more.
like
Right.
that.
Oh, this is when Lil Mix had to do different accents.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What are you? Oh,
What just happened? What'd she say?
She's trying to figure out how to do a Jamaican accent. And she just spazzes out.
Yeah.
What are you? Oh,
I don't even know what to do with
I
that.
can't get enough of
She just like made a noise. It wasn't even like she was saying anything. She looks like she stroked out. Okay. At least they made fun.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Oh, there's nothing better. Here it is.
Here it is.
Wait, she did. I insist she did that on purpose because she
She
knows
had
that she's
to.
like fancy pants, like Ina Garten, like the Barefoot Contessa.
She's another one. I don't know who she is.
Nigella Lawson.
No, I don't know who that is.
She's one of the most famous like
Microwave.
celebrity chefs ever, obviously from England, and she says everything fancy.
So we're
Everything
thinking this is on
sexily.
purpose. This is like when people say Tarjay to be cute.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in England says microwave.
I can guarantee you, I've lived there.
Okay.
Nobody says that.
It's great. It's the microwave.
I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Oscar-nominated Best Picture,
Best ever.
Les Miserables.
By the way, that's also a mispronunciation.
Les Miserables.
You don't pronounce the S?
Yeah.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. Yeah.
Les
it's not-
Miserables.
No, whatever he did, it wasn't right.
Les Miserables.
I love how they gave us that. So he messed up everything.
Best Picture,
Yeah.
Les
Yeah, you think you know where it's going and you don't realize. He's dumber than you think.
Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
You know, I think we kind of went into the game too, like lackadaisical.
What?
You've never seen that one?
Lackadaisical? Is that what
He's
he
trying to go
meant?
for lackadaisical.
Okay.
Or lackadaisical. Lackadaisical. Lackadaisical.
Yes.
I think we kind of went into the game too, like lackadaisical.
That's kind of a new one. That's within the last
He
couple
knew
months.
that he was having trouble saying it, so he just kind of said some of the sounds and hoped that they would know what he was talking about.
Yeah, I think he was doing the old like the Porky Pig thing where he was like,
that's all, folks.
I wonder if I can find a word that means
Yeah.
the same thing. Like let relax.
Have you seen the one with I think it's Post Malone and he's sitting there and they're asking like there's doing an interview and he thought it was like vacation but he thought it was vaccine.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I gotta find it.
Dick poop. Dick Pope.
I love that's the one that pops you.
Oh, because I mean she just was like, man.
Oh, yeah.
What about the news thing where they like years ago and it was like
My favorite. I know.
but he's gay. I'm sorry, he's blind.
It's the best ever.
The guy that climbed Mount Everest.
It's maybe the best internet
Yes.
video I've ever seen. Like, why would you say that?
Yeah, they're nothing alike.
No.
Being gay and blind. Two completely different things.
Zero of the same letters.
Zero of the same letters, correct? Yeah.
Just think about gay dudes.
Dick poop. Dick Pope. For
By the way, I love that there's one guy in the audience who went, oh, that was you.
Well, yeah, and then look at what's his name next to her.
Chris
He's
Pine?
like, oh God, why?
Dick poop.
Like a dick.
Dick poop. Dick Pope. For Mr. Turner.
He's like, I want to.
Oh, this is my.
Oh, and they just scream.
Oh, yeah.
France,
You know this one.
France. Why did she say it so angrily?
She's got one shot.
I need one more. She was. Was she trying to sound excited? She sounded angry.
Finland.
France. Oh, back. Oh, God.
Well, it was coming out like it was
No.
You have an intention.
That was like it was a vocal shart.
Yeah.
What just happened there?
That's right.
Right?
It's one of those things where like you, in your head, you know how it sounds, but you kind of start in the middle instead of at the beginning. And then you're lost and you're screwed.
Correct.
Let's say once in a while, it isn't on the air anymore. Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
If you haven't seen the movie, you're the only one that didn't. This is Avatar.
Avada. That's just Arnold.
Yeah,
Arnold.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Okay, now I just saw something that I've never seen before.
It's so cringe.
If you look at the last half a second before, as he's turning, he realizes it's not her name at all.
Why did
You can kind of see him like, that did not come out right.
Why did I say that just now?
Yeah, look at him right at the very end.
Dazeem.
He's like, oh.
Did I just say, oh, did I just make something up? This is the Benedict Cumberbatch one.
Okay.
Is penguins.
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 Penguins. Parent penguin heading home.
Penguin.
So why are these woodlands so attractive to penguins?
Penguins.
Why is it? It's not a hard word at all.
The whole doc. The whole time. He's saying penguins and penglings.
I have no words. That just honestly fed my soul.
It's so funny.
It's so satisfying.
It is satisfying.
Yo, I've got to find some more for you because I have good ones.
The mispronunciations.
Yeah, mispronunciations of like news ones, and like the some of the news ones when somebody said he was talking about parties and he said panties accidentally.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I just watched the news one where the guy was like reporting from like a ski slope or whatever on the sled.
Yeah.
And the sled comes down and hits him in the shins, and he literally does a flip in the air and falls right on his face.
There's just so many good things.
So good.
There's so many good
I'm
things
so
on
glad
the internet.
everything's live and everything's recorded.
Yeah.
Nothing goes away.
Can't get away with anything anymore.
Nothing.
Ever.
You know, like back in the day, they used to literally record over. They don't have the original master tapes of episodes of Johnny Carson.
Oh, really?
Because they had no sort of forethought of one day, like home video will be a thing. We need to save these. And they were just like, well, let's not buy more tapes. Let's just tape over these.
Right.
And so they taped over their masters with other episodes.
Yeah.
And we've come so far in a relatively short amount of time that we're now recording everything, replaying mistakes forever, and walking around with goggles on our faces.
It's not. What a time to be alive.
It's so great.
What a time.
It's so great, and it's so satisfying.
So satisfying.
Well, I hope that this has been as satisfying for you as it has for me.
It was. I mean, I feel good. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah.
Kind of tingly.
Kind of tingly.
A little tingly.
Yes.
I like the tingles.
You do.
I do.
Good. Let Tomas know.
I will let Tomas know. He's a good man.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave comments. Don't forget to hit like. And hey, we'll see you next time. It's time to
hit the road.
I was going to say next time it's time to satisfy.
Oh, we'll see you next time.
By the way,
I have to hit the road, though.
I loved it. I said next time it's time to, and you said hit the road. And then I looked at you, and you had this very insecure look on your face.
Like that wasn't it. That's not what you were looking for.
Are we finishing each other's sandwiches?
No.
No.
Oh, that was so frozen cute of you. Love that. You must have a little girl.
See you next time.
Bye.